Attention fellow
pilots,
note
tech members.
beyond this point.
Sup guys, Baltic dude here. Today I want to bring you a video which might be a little controversial, and that is how the event vehicle MiG-21PFM is actually borderline broken. Now, you don't want to listen to some virgin War Thunder YouTuber who says that the plane is somehow the worst jet in the game, or similar demoralizing propaganda. But the truth is, if flown effectively and specialized within a team composition, it has the potential to change the meta. Seriously, I'll explain how. The MiG-21PFM has a unique ability which at first glance seems like a disadvantage, really, which is the large aerodynamically inefficient gun pod on its belly. It's almost like it's some sort of parasite. But this is what makes the plane so good. What most inexperienced and misinformed pilots in this game do, as well as the War Thunder YouTuber tools that they are, is that they use this jet as a frontline fighter at 10.7 battles. What do you expect? What most RB pilots do in this game is fly straight towards the enemy, try to get as many kills as possible, and rinse and repeat. Using the strategy, what matters most usually becomes prolonged turning ability, and in top tier's case, new powerful missiles. But over time, these people don't adapt. They become weak. They rely on the missiles to do the job for them. And complacency kicks in. The MiG-21PFM is equipped with two R3S missiles, which are not useful in dogfights in the slightest, besides forcing an enemy to initiate a turn at top speed, allowing you to catch them so long as your top speed is fast enough. And the MiG-21PFM's top speed absolutely is, especially if you do my strategy. I'll explain how. The MiG-21PFM has this and more. The plane is a pure boom and zoom MiG-21. It's not a frontline, boom and zoom only, unless you get down tiered. The way the FM works currently is that it can outturn most things in a one circle, but the gun pod at the bottom drains all of your speed relatively fast. And this results in simple-minded techs and 2 900s of War Thunder to assume the plane is slow and ineffective, when in fact it is quite the opposite, actually. Being a MiG-21, it has an insane engine and top speed to bring you well past Mach 1.4, even in a dive, especially in a dive. The strategy here is to use the R3S's supersonic maneuverability to your advantage. Usually, you use the R3S and it doesn't move at all. You're like, what the hell? These missiles suck. That's because you're going too slow. Simple as that. And afterwards, you want to use your air brake and massive gun pods drag to go from Mach 1.4 to just above Mach 1.1 so you don't rip your wings. And that's when you want to engage a Phantom or subsequent vehicle in a turn fight. Using your ridiculous one circle turn rate, you can get a snapshot or, get behind some coward Phantom, getting a second kill, and then using your high top speed, run away. Then, if they chase you, your team will have no problems getting the rest of the low altitude fighters. If they turn off, what you do is you climb back up to 10 to 12 kilometers and rinse and repeat. Simple as that. Without having flares or RWR or R60s, obviously you can't compete against numerous maneuvering opponents when in a disadvantaged position in the age of Missile Thunder. But that's why we don't rely on weakling, brain-dead, point-and-click remedies. You use strategy, and you know that. But what really makes this jet not just good, but borderline overpowered is its battle rating. It's BR 10.0 with the performance of a second-generation MiG-21. Are you joking? Gaijin, what does this mean? Think about it. It means you face Sabres, MiG-17s, Vautours, free kills, F-11s, Harriers with SRAMs that, besides getting up-tiered in BR, they'll never hit you with your SRAMs. Because you have such a high top speed. They fire it and then 5 seconds later it explodes. You're going too fast. They can't catch you. They're too slow. You name it. Even at top tier, it can catch anything at the deck. It can outmaneuver anything at near Mach speeds. It can outclimb just about anything after a dive because you're going, what are you going, 1.4 Mach? It's the only thing it can't The only thing I can't head on are NR30s, which are on your side, right? That's the SU-7. That's the MiG-19. That's the J-7 too, right? It's quite literally the T2 on release all over again. It's that much of a power difference. And you can reliably handle current 10.7s. That's what makes it crazy. Not only is it borderline broken versus 9.0s, but against 10.7s, you're reliable. You can get kills no problem. That's what's crazy about it. The only counter to this plane really are radar guided missiles, which could seriously change the meta once people start to begin to realize this plane's true capabilities. No longer would battles take place on the deck in an endless game of head on chicken. Players would actually have more success climbing and taking their time at high speed engagements using long range BBR tactics, which the game's heading in that direction, right? MiG 23 is going to come. But I haven't even talked about its ground capabilities with its laser guided AGMs. It's quite literally one of the most powerful event vehicles we've ever had in this game. And people think it's terrible because they're using it wrong. It's as simple as that. You want to boom and zoom with this MiG-21. Use it almost like a support. Take your time, climb to 10 to 12 km, and dive on enemies. Use that speed with your R3Rs or R3Ss. That's how you get kills. Run away. They can't catch you. You can turn with anyone. If you're going too fast in the dive, put out your air brakes and then uh do max AOA. And then your gun pod will bleed the speed in like 2 seconds. You're going to be from Mach 1.4 to like under Mach 1 if you do for too long in like 3 seconds. It's crazy. It's such a specialized plane, but it's borderline overpowered when played correctly. And I really hope you reconsider using your Spam Ram NATO meme and use something that takes a little bit more skill and is a little bit more capable in the end. Uh, Thanks for listening. Enjoy the rest of the gameplay. I'm not really good at RB. I'm more of an SB player, but hopefully you enjoy. And I'll see you next time. Thanks for listening. Take care.